Auzubillahiminash-shaitanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. My dear students, Assalamu alaikum to all of you. I hope that you all are doing good. Well, this is your English teacher, Ms. Javeria, with another interesting grammar topic today. My dear students, today we are going to start one exercise, that is exercise number 1 from page number 82 from the chapter unit number 16, the money problem. Dear students, today we are going to study about the usage and the difference in between much and many. There are some nouns are countable and some nouns are uncountable. So today we have to understand the difference in between these two things and the usage of many and much. If you open this page, you will find out this exercise on the given page and then you have to do this work in your copies. Dear students, basically there are 3 columns given in this exercise. In the first column, there is given there is not, there are not. In the second column, there is given many or much, and in the third column, some phrases or some sentences are given. For example, sheep on their farm, oranges on their trees. These are some incomplete phrases. So we have to match it. We have to make a proper sentence. At first we have to match with the correct sentences and then we have to make the sentences. For example, the first one is there is not many sheep on their farm. Dear students, in these phrases there are some exceptional cases. For example, this sheep, let's suppose I have written here sheep. You will consider it as a singular noun. But what is the plural noun of this sheep? It is also sheep. So you can write in both sentences. For example, you have written there is not many sheep and you can also write there are not many sheep. Both the sentences will be correct. Sheep singular, sheep plural. So we will consider in the both cases, and sheep is the countable noun. Whenever we talk about countable nouns, the things which can be counted. For example, if in a field there are 10 sheep, there are 12, 15 sheep, you can easily count them. So the nouns which are countable, which can be counted, are called countable nouns. So there is not many sheep and there are not many sheep. Now let's move towards the next sentence, that is oranges. Now this oranges, you can see that this is oranges on their trees. Now as you can see that this oranges is a plural thing. Oranges is a plural thing. So what do we have to use? There are not many oranges, because oranges are also countable. We can count them. If you have 12, 15, 50 oranges, you can easily count them. So this oranges is also countable now. So we have written it as there are not many oranges on their trees. Let's move towards the third phrase, which is salt in this soup. Now this salt is a singular thing. But tell me one thing, can you count the salt? Can you count it? If I give you, for example, 1 kg or some gram salt, are you able to count it? No, we can't. So the nouns that are uncountable, that cannot be counted, for example, are here. We cannot count our hair. They are also uncountable. So this salt is also uncountable, and whenever we talk about any uncountable noun, so this much will be used. For example, you will write there is not much salt in this soup. Let's move towards the third sentence, which is fish in that lake. Now dear students, same case with fish. As we studied about sheep, same here is that fish in the singular thing and fish in the plural thing. In both cases, we will call it as fish. In the singular, in the plural noun, fish remains same as F-I-S-H, fish. So what we have to write? We have to write in both cases is not, are not. There is not many fish in that lake and there are not many fish in that lake in the both cases. But fish are countable, fish is countable. So we will consider it as many, not much. Let's move towards the fifth sentence, which is fruit in the shop. Now my dear students, fruit is an uncountable thing whenever we talk about in a whole thing. For example, I am saying that there are fruit in the market. So it is an uncountable noun. But if I say there are many fruit in the market like bananas, strawberries, apples, mangoes. So here I am particularly indicating the different kind of fruits. So in that case, fruit will remain as countable noun. But if we talk about in a whole thing, like just fruit, so it is an uncountable noun, and we will call it as there is not much fruit in the shop. The next phrase is deer in the mountains. Now, my dear students, the same case is here. Deer in the singular, it is also deer. In the plural thing, it is remain deer. So we will use it in both cases. There is not many deer in the mountains, and there are not many deer in the mountains. In the both cases, it will remain same. Now in the last sentence, it is meat. Meat is an uncountable noun. You cannot count meat. If I give you 1 kg chicken, or if I give you 2 kg mutton, or if I give you 5 kg beef or fish or anything like that, you cannot count the meat. You cannot count it, you can weight it. So this thing is also uncountable. You will write it as there is not much meat in the market. So my dear students, have you perfectly understand the difference in between countable and uncountable noun and the usage of many and much with these phrases? Now what you have to do, at first you have to make this chart in your copies. You have to match the sentences like this, and then you have to make proper sentences in your notebook. Like you have to make there is not many sheep on their farm. Then number 2, there are not much salt in this soup. You have to make sentences like this. Alright kids, now let's move towards the next exercise. We have one more grammar topic, that is plurals. Anything that is more than one is called a plural. More than one or more than two to infinity, like 100 things, 1000 things, or more than one. This is called a plural. So here we have some nouns, here we have some words which end in Y. The words that end in Y will become plural easily by adding one single S after the word. For example, there is donkey. So if we want to make it as plural, so what do we have to use? Simply we will write it in the same way and we will add one S here. So it will become the plural donkey, donkeys. Number 2, monkey. Same case. Whenever you see any singular that end in Y, so and you want to make it as plural, so this is very simple. According to the grammar rule, you just have to add one S after the word, then it will become the plural thing. For example, monkey, so it will become monkeys. Toy, toys. In these particular nouns, we have to add an S to make it as plural. Tray, trays. Kidney, kidneys. Key, keys. There are some more nouns that end with letter Y, but in those cases, these are different cases. In that cases, we have to use IES. For example, if we talk about strawberry, strawberry also end with letter Y. But if we want to make the plural of strawberry, so it will become strawberries, and we have to add IES. So there are different cases in grammar. The one that we are studying right now, in this case, in these words, you just have to add S after the word and it will become the plural. Let's repeat these words with me once again. Donkey, donkeys. Monkey, monkeys. Toy, toys. Tray, trays. Kidney, kidneys. Key and keys. So my dear students, that's all from my today's lesson. Today we have studied about the difference in between much and many. We studied about countable and uncountable noun, their usages and their sentence making. Plus we have studied some plurals that end in Y. We have made some plurals here. So I hope that you have enjoyed my today's lesson. I will catch you next week inshallah with another lesson. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.